Today, I want to basically, warn you guys to never be a jester. Never resort to jester maxing like I did. I was probably one of the worst jester maxers of all time. If you don't know what jester maxing is, basically what it is you come to the realization that, you're not the best looking guy. People don't give you any attention at all. You don't really have many friends. You don't really have much going for you at all. And you basically find a way to compensate by, being the funny guy. Basically doing anything you can to make the average normie laugh. No matter what it is, the end goal is to make them laugh, to make them like you. And the sad part about jester maxing and some of these jesters is that they really do have this illusion that they're getting accepted. They're like, oh, I'm finally making people, and this was me years ago, I'm finally making people laugh. Oh my God, they finally accept me. Even though these people don't care about your feelings. Once the jester maxing stops, they don't care about you. You are completely disposable to these people. And what I really wanted to talk about was a couple days ago, I was basically followed home by these normies who I used to go to high school with, and middle school. Basically, I grew up with. And I used to jester max for them, really, like just hardcore jester maxing, do anything to make these kids laugh, basically. And so yeah, I was after work, it was like kind of dark out, and basically the way how I drive home is there's two lanes, there's one on the right side and one on the left, and all of a sudden, as I'm driving, and there's a car like that pulls up to the left of me, just like driving completely parallel to me. And I'm like, what the fuck? Because it's just like odd to me. Usually when people like go past you, like they just completely just drive. They don't stop and like, just be completely parallel to you. Like that's fucking weird. So I'm like, what the fuck are these kids? What the fuck is this shit? I kind of had like a feeling I knew them, but they're like trying to catch up to like be like completely just like, and I saw like lights too. Like they're probably recording on their phones and shit. And the lane merges together and they're still like right on my ass, and I'm thinking to myself, like, I'm just gonna like fucking pull over because like, maybe they'll just like go past me and just like keep driving. So, and that was a fucking mistake. So I pulled over and they pulled up right in front of me and they all got out of their cars. The second they got out of their cars, I knew who they were. I was like, oh my fucking God. And they all just started dying laughing like, bro, no way, bro. This one dude literally laughs like that fucking SpongeBob surfer. Oh, bro. Oh. And so I'm like, what the fuck, man? Like, I didn't even do anything at that point. And, I rolled down my window. I'm like, yeah, hey, whatever. And they all have their phones out and shit. Just like high school. They used to do that shit in high school all the time. Where basically they would just whip out their phones, pass me in the hallway. It didn't even matter what I was doing. And they just start laughing, be like, bro, and I just like flip off the camera, be like, yeah, whatever. But yeah, they're like, oh my God, bro. And they said, say carrot juice, bro, say carrot juice. And because I used to say carrot juice, I used to scream like random like fucking fruits and all this garbage in school, the jester max, because these people would laugh so hard if I did that. If I went in the hallway and I screamed carrot juice or some stupid bullshit, they thought it was the funniest thing in the world. And just so dumb. They're like, say carrot juice, bro, say carrot juice. I'm like, nah, dude, like whatever, yeah. And I just kept flipping off the camera. They just thought it was even more like one of them actually fell on the fucking ground. That's how fucking funny he thought it was. And I'm like, it's just like so dumb. And then yeah, after that shit, they just got back in their car and drove off. And I was just like kind of sitting there for like 5 minutes, like, are they fucking for real? Like, it's been 4 years, since fucking high school. Like, how fucking immature is that shit? If they did that, like, because they used to do shit like that all the time, like in front of like me with like other people. Like if that happened, like, and there's people around, I'd probably feel like so fucking humiliated. Like, thank God it was late at night and now it was just me, I wasn't even mad or anything. I was just like, because I even remember too, like I reached out to those four fucking people after high school, because they fucking thought I was so funny, all that shit. I reached out to them just to like see how they were doing, like, and this was like right at maybe like a couple months after I graduated. Nothing. Until like around the pandemic, one of them messaged me for money. I'm not even kidding. He said like, oh bro, I need some money now. Any way you can help me out? And he left the message I sent him like years ago on red, and I was like, wow, dude, like that's so fucked up. Like, these normies that again, you are disposable as a jester. And what I really want to talk about with the cameras too, like, cause like I said, they would like film me and shit. It didn't matter what I was doing. They thought it was the funniest shit in the world. And I feel bad for most of these guys who think that, what they're doing is funny. It's not what they're doing that's funny. It's their subhumanity that's fucking hilarious. It's like going up to a short person and saying, bro, you're so tall, bro, and laughing. It's like, that's the joke. The joke is that you're genetic garbage, And I see that shit all over the place, like on those like cringe, like those cringe compilations. It's always the true cells doing like basic everyday activities, like riding a scooter, a skateboard, and people just like think it's the funniest fucking shit in the world. And that the thing is, it's like the joke is that they're subhuman, not what they're doing, But and it reminds me of this one TikTok too that I saw. It was like this Becky and her friend like recorded this one turbo true cell, and the Becky said, "Hey, you want to fuck?" And I forgot. I think he says like, it was like some shit like only if you're down. And this dude is so stupid. Like he genuinely thinks it's like it's a real thing. He's too stupid to realize that like it's just a mere joke, and that's all it will ever be. That he's just a joke. And I've had shit like that happen too. Like seriously, like now that I think about this shit too, I had literally the same exact experience where this dude, and this was like one of my one-itises too. I've told this story so many fucking times because that shit haunted me forever. I still think about it to this day. But this Sergey lookalike, he goes, oh, you and like pointing to me and this other girl, you guys should hook up, and starts laughing, and she ran away from me, and then everyone just started dying laughing. And I remember I was like trying to find her the whole time. She was just fucking gone, just to tell her like, yeah, I had a crush on you like this whole time. But nope, didn't happen. It's over for me. I'm just a joke. But let me tell you like the jester maxing I did in school and why it was bad, because it really did get on a physical level. Like I remember I would smash my head into the fucking table at lunch around like 7th grade, 8th grade. My brain fucking bouncing around my cranium. Like, no wonder I'm fucking brain dead, because, like, just smashing my head into the table. Like, I would go up to this random group of kids, just, like, these fucking football kids. This one dude had a lisp. And he also, too, I remember this dude, he wanted me to smash my head into a fucking locker. And I did. He's like, come on, dude, do it, bro, please, do it, bro. And I remember smash my fucking head into the locker. And I've never ever seen anyone have an expression change this fucking fast in my life. Like, he went from smiling and laughing to, once the video ended, once, the jester maxing stopped, to just fucking, straight face, just puts his phone in his pocket, walks away instantly. I've never seen someone's emotion change like that. And that's my point, thinking about it now. Like, once the jester maxing stunt was done, he just fucking walked away expressionless, just doesn't even give a fuck about me at all. But, yeah, I would smash my head into the fucking table. I remember it got so bad to the point, like, one day, like, it was, like, bruised, like, my head. Oh, my God, I am so fucking stupid, guys. Like, you see, and this is the sad part, too. Like, years ago, if I saw somebody doing what I was doing, I'd probably be like, bro, like, that's the reason why you can't get girls, bro. Like, you're screaming in the hallway and, bouncing your head off of shit. But, again, like I said, you have to look at, why are they doing that shit? So my options really were, okay, either suck it up, be alone, get ignored, or, fucking smash my head on the table and jester max. And guess what? Look at what happened. Black pill collected. Look where I'm at now. I have nothing. I have no friends, nothing. I have nothing going for me. The jester maxing, once it stopped, over. Look, it's literally just living proof. Look at me now. Once all the jester maxing shit was done for, I got nothing now. And I mean, it's sad, but yeah. I want to talk about that day I came home with the fucking welt on my head. I remember my mom was like, why are you doing this to yourself, honey? It, like, she would always ask, like, why am I, like, throwing myself on the floor and yelling and doing all this, like, stupid shit. And it's because, no, that was the only way. That was the only fucking way. And I remember too, she actually isn't wrong, I feel like I definitely did have like a poisoning the well type of effect with like my jester maxing, because like, if you do that shit for like your whole, people are going to think you're like fucking like stupid, they're going to be like, what the hell is wrong with this kid? Maybe it did ruin my chances with women, but I remember my mom giving me this fucking mega cope speech. She goes, on my last days of high school, like, oh, when you get to college, you can reinvent yourself because these people won't know your personality. And fuck that fucking garbage. I was the most miserable, lonely, and angry. I'd rather go back to fucking jester maxing because that shit, holy fuck. I've never been so angry and miserable in my life, just basically trying to like be normal and have normal fucking, just try to talk to people, just getting ignored, especially at my job. That shit happens all the time. But it's just like, I'm just stuck in this fucking shit where nothing ever gets better. And I'm kind of glad that happened, the whole, those kids following me home, because it's kind of like a wake up call. Like, I have to get the fuck out of my hometown. Like, there's really nothing but bad, shitty memories. Even I told my mom, I've really been planning on moving for like a while now. Like, I've talked to my dad. He's like, he said he's okay with me living with him. It'll just have to be like during the summer, because the weather is fucking dog shit right now. And my mom, she always says this shit like, oh, you're just trying to escape your past. Why don't you go to therapy and get help and face your problems? And I swear to God, like, my mom is honestly the dumbest person I've ever met. The most judgmental, the most ass backwards. I can't even, it's absolutely brutal, But yeah, like, my hometown is shit. I looked up where my dad lives, and yeah, the IQ is lower, attractiveness is lower, so maybe I'll fit in, or I'll mog, who knows, because I remember when I went to go visit my dad, there's literally people in his backyard in a lake, fucking shoveling in a tiny boat, like a tiny, like, self-made raft with a fucking shovel. So I really don't know which is worse, because honestly, yeah, the driving will probably be better down there, because the road rage is, and I have really bad road rage too, like, I'm not gonna lie. But like the road rage, not with just me, but like these fucking boomer manlet dads, like, that shit happened. I've had dudes like fucking come up to my window and bang on it and shit. I've had screaming matches with people over and it's like almost every day too. That's why I hate driving to work. Like, nothing ever good happens when I'm driving. Like, I swear to God, it's just like, I hate driving. And people too here, like, there's like so many Italian people, and I'm Italian too. I'm Italian and Irish and, a bunch of other shit, but, they always are so fucking loud and, always getting into fights with me over fucking nothing. And it's like, I don't know how much more of this shit I can really take. Like, I really have to move for my own fucking sanity, because like, doing what I'm doing now, it's not working out for me at all. I even had a fucking major panic attack not too long ago, just from like all the stress of just my life, just this fucking isolation, garbage shit, doing the same thing over and over again. Like, I just had a terrible anxiety attack, and I told my mom, I was just like, I finally like told her, I'm like, listen, like, I can't take this shit anymore. Like, my life is shit. The only fucking person that I can talk to is this old grandma. She's the only person that I actually have conversations with. Everyone else fucking hates me. And I told her, I'm like, I'm a fucking virgin. I've never even kissed a girl. I don't have any friends. My life is shit. Nothing will ever get better. And then never do that, guys. Never reach out to people, especially the normies, because this is what my mom did. She basically goes, anything is possible. Like, she says the same shit. She's like, anything is possible. Change your life. Reinvent yourself. And it was just making me more and more and more angry. I'm just like, shut the fuck up. And then she goes, wow, no wonder you're alone, because you're such a douche. And it's like, come on, And the thing too is, like, the amount of dick I suck at my job is fucking unreal. Like, that's another thing. I will make like a full, because I'm planning on leaving this fucking job in like a month or two. There's so many things like you should not do in the workplace. Being overly nice is one of them. That has been like a death sentence for me. I thought that being overly nice, and getting people stuff and all that would make them like me, but honestly, it's the complete opposite. They hate me even more. They talk shit about me all the time. It's kind of funny too, because there's this computer that I use. Like, I kind of like have my own like little office, sort of. And this dude, like, one of the guys, like, he signed into like I forgot what browser. I think it's Bing. All the other shit's like signed out, but Bing, he signed into his fucking work email, and we have like these like group chat things, and they have a separate one. And the amount of shit they talk, not about just me, but with these other fucking people, oh my God, dude, unfucking real, I'll save that for another fucking video, but it is unreal the shit they say about me. It's like, and they even make fun of me for being too nice. It's like, You cannot fucking win, guys. Like, you really can't. You be a douchebag, everyone goes, oh, he's toxic, stay away from him. You be really nice to people, oh, he's a fucking loser, he's just, and trust me, I know these people know that I'm fucking vulnerable and weak and shit. They know I got nothing to go in for me, because I don't talk about friends or family, because I fucking don't have any. I don't have anything to talk about. I usually just say, yeah, I'm, just coming home and, have some dinner and go to sleep. Like, I don't have anything to say, really, at all. And these people, they just know that shit. They just know I'm a fucking loser. Even if I didn't say these fucking things like that, I'd come home and basically do nothing. They still would, they would just know. I work all the time, like almost every fucking day. I think the most amount of days I've worked is like, I think I worked for a month straight, like without any days off. And that shit fucking wrecked my mind. And it's like, again, like there's no winning. Cause like if I go back to being neat, by myself, people will be like, oh, you're just loser, lazy with no job. And I think it's honestly worse being neat because you're stuck in your head all day and can't really do shit. So there's really no winning for me at all when it comes to like fucking anything. And I hate it, I'm just like fucking angry all the time. Like, and, talking to my mom, that didn't help. It made things so much worse. She basically told me like, oh, just ask out a girl of your dreams and start a family. And, she makes it sound so fucking easy. And it's just so dumb, like it really is. And, 2 days ago, this one girl I used to work with, she looked like Meg Griffin. She came, and I almost had like a fucking like, what is it? Like my stomach dropped. I was like, when I saw her, I was like, what the hell is she doing here? So, yeah, I walked in, she was like I was like doing something outside and I walked in, she was at the customer service desk, like sitting down, talking to this one Chad Light manager we have. And this dude, and I even asked him, I was like, what was she doing here? He's like, oh, she texted me that she was on spring break and wanted to see me, bro. And this dude, honestly, like I said, he's this tall Chad Light, and he kind of sounds like low IQ. His voice is just like very weird. I think it's a Phalo effect. Like maybe he's like intelligent, but like his voice, he just has like a very slow sort of like voice where it sounds like he just has no brain cells. But maybe, like I said, it's just like a Phalo effect. Maybe he is smart. But this chick, she has her fucking feet on the counter, just sitting next to this guy, and I'm like, hey, what's up? And she's like, hey. And the thing too is like, she fucking basically like went all out on like everybody. She like, and keep in mind, like this chick was like really weird. Like, she would always like be bouncy, like she'd always be like jumping, and like it was just, and she'd always have like, her eyes were like fucking spracked out, like just like she was on like some drugs. Like her eyes were always like massive. She was always like yelling at people who she didn't like, and it was honestly for no reason too, because like you always gotta watch. And I know most normies don't do this. Like they'll think like if someone treats them like shit, they'll go, oh well, maybe they're just having a bad day. It's like, well, they're taking it out on you. Because like I've seen this chick, and this isn't the first person I've seen do this, where they will talk to you like you're a piece of shit, and then someone they like, they'll be all normal. And this is what this girl does. She stops all of her like tics or whatever the fuck she does. She talks in a different voice. Her eyes get more relaxed, and she forms a sentence. She starts laughing for once, and it's just like, what the fuck? She came downstairs and basically was like, I've never seen anyone get this mad. She's like, I don't have to work with you guys anymore. And like her teeth were like fucking clenched, and she was like foaming out the fucking mouth. She's like, you guys will be stuck here. Guess what? I only work 3 days a week. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, what did I ever like do to you? She's like, I don't even know who you are. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, how do you not remember me? I must have worked with this chick for like fucking 2 weeks. They even threw her a fucking pizza party. And oh man, she literally was like, she like fucking lost her mind. Like she went from 1 minute like talking to this guy all calmly to the next minute like walking around the store and just like fucking talking to people like they're shit. Like, I'll never work here again, you're stuck here forever. And that was another one, like just hearing that shit, like I gotta get the fuck out of here, just like out of this state. I'll just pretty much escape all this fucking garbage and trauma and bullshit I've been through. And another quote I wanted to say too, it's like, I've been saving this quote because I think it's a pretty good one, is that, sometimes you are seen as the enemy by default. Like for example, you take, like, why is it socially acceptable to fucking stomp on a cockroach, but, a ladybug, oh, save the ladybug, it's beautiful. And for the people who say, like, you know, oh, well, that's just insects, bro. Humans only do that to insects. It's like, come on, like, they have to be doing that subconsciously with fucking ugly people. Like, they just have to. There's just this natural reaction that they get, you know. They can't control. It's just human nature. It's all bullshit. But, you know, it really does suck how, like, some of us are just seen as the enemy by default. And there's nothing you can do. You know, you were born unaesthetically pleasing, and people hate you for it and just get disgusted by your mere presence, and that's it. You know, there's just no amount of being funny, no amount of, you know, anything can really, like, fix that at all. And it's just fucking unfair garbage, like, it really is. But yeah, like, that's pretty much it. I mean, don't ever be a jester. And yeah, I just can't wait to get the fuck out of my hometown, man. It's just nothing but garbage. There's nothing left for me here, and I'm just slowly, like, my sanity truly is just slowly just deteriorating living here, and I just gotta live with, you know, my dad or somewhere else, just, like, for my own, like, sake, just to, like, get out of here. But yeah, that's pretty much it.